Miau! Und willkommen zurück zu Let's Play The Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero. Looks like you're in another rough month. Keep up the good work. Wer ist das? Ach, Arios. Und der andere, von dem ich nicht mehr weiß, wer gesprochen hatte.
It's fine. I'm used to it already. Anyway, I'll be counting on you for the payment again.
Sure thing. I'll transfer it to you via the IBC. I feel partially responsible given that I assign your requests, but, maybe you should consider reducing your workload just a teensy bit, don't you think? Poor Shizuku must be feeling lonely without Daddy by her side. Das heißt, dass Arios bereits eine Tochter hat? I know, I'm sorry. I know I said I wouldn't bring this up again. Oh, that reminds me. Headquarters contacted me again. They keep bugging me to get you to accept the offer.
Are they seriously still at it? I've rejected their offer numerous times already. I wish they'd give up.
Can you blame them? They're desperately searching for someone with the qualifications to fill in the gaping hole left by Cassius Bright's. Der heißt ja nicht Cassius, der ist Cassius. Das muss ich noch lernen. Gaping hole left by Cassius Bright's resignation. Didn't you two train under the same master? Ja, sonst würde er nicht Divine Blade heißen. Und, Cassius kennen wir doch noch aus dem ersten Teil, nicht wahr? Also aus Trails in the Sky. You're basically equals when you look at your stats with the guild, so hurry up and accept already.
Well, that may be true on the paper, we're completely different people. Unlike Cassius, I haven't solved any conflicts on an international scale. I can't help but feel that people are overstating my achievements. I honestly don't feel like I have the qualifications to be his proper successor.
Oh, phooey. Was auch immer das heißt, das Wort kenne ich nicht. You already both know that isn't true. You already both, okay. Lesen, ne? Lesen ist schwierig. You and I both know that isn't true. Didn't you resolve that thing out in Remiferia? The prince himself presented you with a Medal of Honor, so isn't that enough of an indication of your qualifications?
I didn't truly resolve the issue. I may have prevented the immediate disaster, but the masterminds responsible are still out there.
Wahrscheinlich ist es eine gewisse Organisation, die wir aus Trails in the Sky kennen.
I had planned to refuse the medal anyway.
Gosh, Arios, you're a stick in the mud, aren't you? Come on, accepting that promotion will drop your workload a little bit. You've done over 100 requests this month, for Eiyu's sake. That's friggin' inhuman.
And I don't feel like I bit off more than I could chew. International travelers become far easier with the increased frequency of train and flight services. And besides, aren't 2 braces transferring here? My workload isn't going to reduce regardless.
2 Bracer? Das sind aber nicht Joshua und Estelle, oder? Oh, you mean those kiddies? Könnte bis jetzt noch sein, ne? Yeah, they're not bad. I see a lot of potential in them. I trust them far more than the Special Support Section guys, that's for sure. Jetzt erstmal nochmal ein Seitenhieb auf uns, oder was? Was soll denn das? Excuse us. Oh, would you speak of the devil? Tja, sehen wir sie jetzt? Come on in, we're upstairs. Oh, the second floor? Gotcha. Thanks for having us. Das sind wirklich die beiden! Hey, Mikkel. Holy smokes, Arios is here too? Oh, what a relief, I'm glad to see you here.
It's nothing more than a mere coincidence. I haven't seen the 2 of you in about 3 months, so it's good to see you're doing well.
I was in for a real shock when I found out that you were actually transferring to our branch. I'm sure you're glad you two are here. Crossbell's bad boys are about to get the spanking of a lifetime. We may be good, but we're not that good. Na, ihr habt eine internationale Krise bewältigt, wenn ich das mal so sagen darf. Und, sind das jetzt unsere Rivalen? Oder arbeiten wir mit denen zusammen? Ich würde lieber mit denen zusammenarbeiten, als dass das unsere Rivalen sind. Ich mag die beiden nämlich eigentlich. We'll do our best to live up to your expectations. I think it's time we got down to business. Estelle Bright, Senior Bracer. Joshua Bright, likewise. Officially reporting for duty at the Crossbell branch of the Bracer Guild. So sieht man die beiden auch mal wieder. Interessant! Kapitel 1. Afternoon of the Wolves. Ein neuer Tag bricht an. Und wahrscheinlich gibt es wieder viele schöne Special Support Requests für uns. Es könnte auch gerade so das Intro von so einer Sitcom gewesen sein. The chief sure is late. It's almost time for our regular morning meeting to start too. I really don't think we can begin the meeting without him.
I would have slept in if I knew this was how it was gonna roll. Days like this are the best spent waking up at noon and then hitting up Barker for some good times.
Textbook example of a slacker. Keine Ahnung, aber irgendwie kommt mir das bekannt vor, was Randy gerade gesagt hat. So mittags aufstehen ist irgendwie so mein Alltag im Moment auch. Und ich weiß nicht, ob mir das gut tut. Ich weiß es echt nicht.
Sorry I'm late, everyone.
Sergej, da bist du ja endlich. Morning, Chief. Good morning. Do you want to go ahead and start the meeting?
No need. Just got a call from the department. You guys have been assigned a special mission today. Congrats.
What kind of mission?
Something smells fishy about that.
Is it similar to the previous one?
I don't know the details. Just head to the department. Your client will be waiting for you there.
Okay. Aber... Ach, wir werden direkt dahin gebracht. Okay, sonst hätte ich gesagt, wir gucken erstmal, ob wir noch optionales Zeug haben, aber wir sind scheinbar direkt hier. Police Headquarters, 3rd Floor. Aber nicht dieser eingebildete Popanz, oder?
I can't believe that jackass has the balls to call us here again. What kind of bitchin' awaits us this time?
Well, actually, I was informed that we have guests waiting for us. I think it's safe to say he didn't call us here to complain. I have a sinking feeling that he'll find a reason to scold us regardless. I know what you mean. We can't let it get to us, though. Wer sind diese Gäste? Lloyd Bannings reporting in. The special support section has arrived.
Come in.
Das ist dieser Typ, der uns angeschrien hat schon mal, ne? Excuse us. Oh, I recognize that uniform. The Crossbell Guardian Force, right?
Hell?
Oh my, is that how you greet an old acquaintance, Randy Orlando? Weil er war ja mal bei der Guardian Force, ne? Care to elucidate me on any hidden meanings behind that outburst of yours?
Oh, you've got me all wrong. I was just so excited to see you again.
Do you two know each other? Your reaction is that of a man with a guilty conscience. Ist das eine von den vielen Frauen, wegen denen er da rausgegangen ist, weil er sich da quer durch die Abteilung geschlafen hat?
Show some respect, you four. This here is Lieutenant Colonel Sonja Bales. Deputy Commander of the CGF.
Deputy Commander of the Guardian Force? Please forgive our misbehavior. Lieutenant Colonel is one of the higher ranks in the military chain of command. She's that distinguished?
Oh, you have no friggin' idea. She is the CGF's second in command after all. Taking in her charisma and expertise, hell, she might as well be in charge.
At ease, detectives. You're the special support section, correct? Yes, ma'am. Have you come here to submit a support request, perhaps?
Don't get your hopes up, rookies. You greenhorns better realize how big an honor it is to meet the Deputy Commander.
Deputy Director Pierre, allow me to handle it from here?
But...
Er ist störend.
Understood. I leave it in your capable hands, ma'am.
Thank you. Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Sonia Bales, Deputy Commander of the Crossbell Guardian Force. I came here to ask the special support section to lend us your expertise on a particular matter. Welches? Let me begin with a brief overview of the situation. Wir haben ja immer noch einen Mafia-Krieg, der droht auszubrechen, ne? Also, bin mal gespannt, was da jetzt noch zusätzlich für Probleme kommen. An investigative... Lloyd hatte gerade einen kurzen Schlaganfall. An investigation of monster attacks? Correct, Detective. Several locations throughout Crossbell have reported similar cases of monster attacks over the past month. We wish to cooperate with you to investigate this matter. Heißt das, wir dürfen jetzt auch außerhalb der Stadt uns bewegen? Wait just a moment, please. These incidents were all reported outside of Crossbell City? Yes, do you take the issue with that? No, ma'am, not at all. Excuse me, ma'am, an investigation was already conducted by the CGF, correct? Is there anything left for us to investigate at this point? Yes, plenty in fact. Too many questions remain unanswered to write these off as ordinary monster attacks. As much as I hate to admit, our investigators have hit the dead end. Therefore, I'm hoping that a different point of view is what the investigation needs. A different point of view? A trained detective's, to be exact, one that will differ greatly from a guardman's. You might be wondering, why come to us of all people? A valid question. I could have just as easily sought the help of the renowned 1st Division.
Well, I would love to introduce you to them, but as you know, they are preoccupied with their duties.
As you can see, a number of unforeseen circumstances have led us to seeking the aid of the SSS. Are there any objections? Heißt, die anderen wollen damit keine Zeit verschwenden und verteidigen tapfer dieses Image, was die haben, dass sie sich um die Belange von anderen Leuten überhaupt nicht kümmern. Gerade noch mal einen Schluck trinken. No, ma'am. We'll gladly accept your request and aid you in your ongoing investigation. You've given us a brief rundown of the situation, but it will be hard to begin without concrete facts. Seeker? Hand it to them. Yes, ma'am. Here you are. Oh, thank you. Huh? Could she be... Is everything okay? I'm fine. My apologies. I can't help but feel like I've seen her somewhere before. Is that a detailed report? Yes, it appears to be a case report from the CGF. Correct, we've written all of our findings thus far in that report. Please begin your investigation as soon as you've finished reviewing the case file. Das ist jetzt aber nicht die, wie heißt sie noch? Sein Bruder hieß Guy und seine Verlobte, wie hieß die jetzt nochmal? Ich hab's nicht mehr genau im Kopf, aber die ist das jetzt nicht, oder? I see. In that case, we'll begin as soon as possible. We'll leave it in your capable hands. Well, I suppose we'll have to excuse ourselves for now. We'll establish a direct line of communication with the SSS, so don't hesitate to contact us if you make a breakthrough. Roger. My apologies for the disturbance, Deputy Director.
No, not at all. Feel free to drop by my office anytime.
Looks like you're a bit more comfortable with your current work, Randy.
Well, I'd say the work here is more thrilling than staring at the border and doing drills all day.
Good to know. I'm glad my efforts to transfer you were worth it. Ah, okay, also war sie es, die ihm überhaupt ermöglicht hat, hier einzusteigen. Let's head out, Seeker.
Roger. Oh man.
Was she a superior back in the Guardian Force, Randy?
You got that right. Sonia wasn't my direct boss, though. She just gave me a bunch of tips and pointers for training and drill sessions.
Oh, ich bin auf die Taste, das wollte ich gar nicht.
Don't let her gorgeous looks fool you. That lady will make you piss your pants if you cross her.
Knowing Randy, it's probable that this terrible attitude towards life set her off on multiple occasions. I could absolutely see that happening. He has a knack for getting in trouble with women. On that note, do you know the girl that was accompanying the Deputy Commander, Randy?
Didn't ring a bell. Would have remembered a cutie like her. I'd bet a pretty mirror that she's in the Tanground Gate division of the CGF. Those guys assist Deputy Commander Bales with her work. Oh, Lloyd, my friend, you seem to have taken quite the fancy towards this girl. Tell me, Lloyd, was it love at first sight?
Well... What? No, it was nothing like that. I just had a strange feeling that I had met her somewhere before. Ja, müsste das hier in seinem Büro besprechen? Oh, right.
How long do you rookies plan to take up space in my precious office to spill your pointless drivel all over the floor? Don't tell me. Is this a plot by that good-for-nothing Sergei to have you come here and humiliate me?
No, sir, definitely not. Sorry, sir. Please excuse us.
Go on, get out of here. To think that every single one of you ignored my kind advice? You should know full well what's about to come, don't you?
Nur weil wir nicht ausgetreten sind. Ich glaube, der hat ein persönliches Problem mit Sergei und wollte nur deswegen, dass wir aussteigen.
Well, the hell you implying? Whatever. Enjoy that little investigation of yours out in the wilderness. I'm sure it will be a fun little camping trip. Why don't we transfer your entire team to the Guardian Force while we're at it? We can boot that damn Sergei out along with you.
Annoying. If you'll please excuse us. Ja, mir geht der Typ auch auf den Sack. Der ist voll unfreundlich. Was hat er bis jetzt irgendwie getan, was ihm das Recht gibt, so auf uns herabzublicken?
Jeez, that jackass sure knows how to get on my nerves.
I wish I had earplugs on hand. Then again, I suppose we are being disrespectful in front of him. Nein, andersrum. Er ist eher respektlos euch gegenüber. However, doesn't warrant his condescendingly vulgar tone with us. Let's just forget about him, guys. Arguing will get us nowhere. Let's head back and go through the report in more detail. We can get started once we've decided on the direction of our investigation. Right! I get the impression these attacks weren't from an ordinary monster. The culprit behind these attacks certainly seems enigmatic. Okay. Dürfen wir denn jetzt auch wieder frei rumlaufen und uns selber aussuchen, was wir tun wollen? Summary. Recently, several locations in Crossbell State were attacked by unidentified monsters. The Guardian Forces performed an investigation in an attempt to evaluate the incidents. 3 cases have been reported. The suspects in each case are wolf-like monsters. The following 3 pages detail each case. Amorica Village. Date and time 3 weeks ago night. Location entire village area. Damages. The damage was discovered in the morning, says the village chief. All families suffered damage to their crops and livestock. Eyewitnesses. None. All villagers asleep. Other evidence. Various canine prints were discovered inside the village. No similar prints found in areas outside the village. Also Canine bedeutet hier schon mal Hunde ähnlich, ne? Das heißt, ich könnte mir gut vorstellen, dass es diese trainierten Kampfhunde sind, die wir auch schon mal in Trails in the Sky gesehen haben. Demnach würde Ouroboros dahinter stecken. Zweitens, St. Ursula Medical College. Date and time. 1 week ago night. Location hospital premises. Damages. 1 medical intern was attacked and wounded by an invading pack of monsters. Found by hospital staff in the morning. Eyewitnesses. Injured witness saw black wolf-like monsters. Passt bis jetzt von der Beschreibung zu dem, was ich eben gesagt habe. Other evidence. None found near scene of attack. Statement was vague and possibly inaccurate. Drittens, Mainz Mining Village. Date and time 2 days ago, 10 p.m. Location in front of the inn. Damages. 1 miner heading home was injured by a pack of monsters. A colleague rushed to his aid. Eyewitnesses. Townspeople saw escaping wolves. Other evidence. Prints discovered near scene that resemble those found in Amorica Village. The mining equipment in this town was damaged for a 3rd time. Patrols may be necessary. Okay. Dann sollten wir uns an diesen Orten mal umschauen, ne? This is worse than I thought. So it really is happening everywhere? It's strange the media hasn't reported anything on it yet.
Now that you mention it. They don't exactly sound like your average monster attacks, do they?
Do we know whether or not these wolf-like monsters are indigenous to Crossbell? It's hard to say. They did find paw prints at all the different scenes. At this point, it's hard to deny that they actually exist. The Guardian Force still hasn't physically seen the monsters though, right? That's a little disconcerting.
Well, we know one thing for sure. They're pretty damn sly if they manage to outsmart the CGF. I mean, shouldn't they have hired some kind of hunter to track them down instead?
Probably so. I'm not certain whether our chances of solving this case are particularly high. Aber wir müssen es versuchen. Lloyd, what's the matter?
Did that ace detective light bulb of yours start flickering again?
No, I was just thinking. Why don't we treat these attacks as we would any other investigation? Usually, that would lead us to the culprit, right? The deputy commander did say she wanted a detective's perspective. Should we search for clues as per usual? Well, yeah. And if we treat the series of attacks as one solitary case, who would be our culprit?
Obviously those wolf-like monsters the report mentioned, right? And you know how wolves work, they move in packs.
Ja, vielleicht waren es auch Abgerichtete. That's true, but with that in mind, what would the profile and motive of the culprit be?
I'll pass on that one.
Oh, I see what you're aiming at. Weil es scheinbar nur einer war, ne? You're trying to make us realize that we can't answer those questions relying solely on the reports we received. Exactly. More intelligent monsters usually stay away from populated areas. If the motive was hunger, the medical college would be the last place they would look for food. There has to be some truth that explains their seemingly irrational behavior. Ja, sie sind halt keine wilden Tiere, sondern sind auf Befehl da. That is a valid point, and it's theoretically sound as well, if I may add. I suppose the objective of our investigation has been decided then? I think so. First, we visit the affected areas and gather information from eyewitnesses and any potential victims. That should provide us with additional insight into the reports at the very least. Right! Every little clue and lead we can find will go toward helping the Guardian Force.
That's a relief. And here I thought we'd be spending the day blindly hunting monsters in the mountains.
So, Lloyd, where do you suggest we head first? Let's see. How about we start with Amorica Village, the first area that was attacked. Considering the Amorica report was the most detailed, maybe we'll be able to gather enough clues to start building a profile of the monsters. That sounds like a good start. Amorica Village is northeast of Crossbell City, right? Yeah. Taking the Orbital bus near the east exit is probably going to be our best bet. And needless to say, this is our first mission outside of the city. We don't know what we are heading into, so let's make sure we'll leave well prepared.
You said it, man.
We should also double check the available support requests, just to be safe. Genau, das hatte ich auch vor. Ich will schon seit Ewigkeiten mal wieder hier an das Ding dran gehen. Wir haben neue. Overdue book retrieval. We are running into a problem here at the library. People are checking out books and not returning them when they are due. Please help me retrieve them. See me at the city library in the administrative district for more detail. Okay. Hunting for ingredients. Oscar. I'm seeking ingredients to use in a new special bread recipe. Can you guys lend me a hand? Please come visit me at Morges, the bakery on the West Street. Und wir haben hier den Assistance with New Service. We are recruiting people to help us implement a new service here at the IBC. If you have Sepith on hand, can we please have a moment of your time? We ask for your assistance. Inquirers are to speak to Lan Fei at the IBC front desk. Guck, dann können wir das gerade noch machen. Das sollten wir vorher machen. Und weil wir gerade schon mal hier sind, passe ich auch gerade nochmal meine Waffen an. Hier ist doch der Waffenshop irgendwo gewesen, ne? Ne, ich bin dran vorbeigelaufen. Nein, die Taste wollte ich drücken. Hier unten ist der. Dann hole ich mir gerade nochmal ein paar Waffen, ja, und wir sehen uns dann gleich, wenn ich das gemacht habe. So, ich habe Lloyd auch nochmal einen Slot aufgemacht, aber ansonsten kann ich nicht großartig noch was machen. Gehen wir erstmal hier zu dem Administrative District. Hier ist ja die Bücherei. Holen wir uns hier den ersten Auftrag ab. Hallo? Wahrscheinlich bist du das, ne? Lan Fei? Hi again, Uncle Miles.
Ah, Lloyd. It's good to see you. Have you come to borrow more books?
Actually, we're here for your request. I believe you sent a request to the SSF for help, right? You were asking for help to locate and retrieve some overdue books.
By golly, you're right. I did submit a request like that, didn't I? Let's get to it, shall we? Allow me to explain the details.
Accept. Yeah, of course.
Great, I'll get to it then. We've had several cases of people forgetting to return their books. I'd like for you to locate and return these books to me.
Understood.
Doesn't sound too bad to me.
Sure. You have their addresses?
Yep, that information is tied to their library cards. Give me a moment to bring it up for you. The first person is Faye, who lives in Belheim Apartments on West Street. Next we have Clarissa from Acacia Apartments on East Street. Last we have Raymond from the CPD headquarters in the administrative district.
Yeah, super. Raymond, stop embarrassing us. I'm sorry, Uncle. I wasn't expecting someone from the force to lack punctuality.
Don't worry about it.
I'm just hoping that the reader was engrossed by the contents of their book and forgot to return it on time. I sense that your hopes are highly unlikely. This rotten world is filled with people who are lazy to their cause. Guckt sie dabei Randy an.
Well, what the hell you looking at me like that for?
No reason. Anyway, our objective is clear. We'll retrieve those books for you ASAP. Great, thank you. Please return to me once you've collected all 3 books. I'm counting on you, Lloyd. Gut, machen wir das. Aber wenn wir schon mal hier sind, im Administrative District, können wir ja gleich mal zu dem einen hingehen, der ja sein, hier in der Polizeiwache, der sein Buch overdued hat. Bist du das nicht? Ja, ne? Was it going, Detective Raymond? Das war doch der, genau. Oh, it's the SSS. Got some business at HQ to tend to.
I'll admit you got guts playing dumb like this. But the real culprit here is you!
Warum bist du plötzlich so übermotiviert? What? Randy, cool it with the pranks, okay? It wasn't even clever.
Oh, come on. I'm a police officer, aren't I? I had to pull out that line at least once in my life, you know?
What's he going on about? Sorry about that, Detective Raymond. We're here because of a request from the library. You wouldn't happen to have an overdue library book, would you? Oh crap, now that you mention it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have one. Yeah. Yeah. So, Detective Raymond, did you, lose the book or something? Psh, no, I don't think so. Why the uncertainty then? I'll go look for it. Yes, found it. This is the one. Received prominent female figures. Phew, thank goodness.
Really left us in suspense here, Raymond.
Anyway, why check out this particular book? Isn't this book about historic female figures who've accomplished outstanding deeds? Yeah, well, I thought it was a photo album with a bunch of hot chicks from across the continent. Genau das habe ich mir schon gedacht. When I found out it wasn't what I thought it was, I kinda just left it in my drawer and forgot about it. I don't think the library is the right place to search for that kind of book. Well, we got the book back, so all's well that ends well. Ich muss nochmal sagen an dieser Stelle, ja, die Bücherei ist für diese Art Buch vielleicht nicht der geeignete Ort, um danach zu suchen. Genauso wenig wie YouTube der geeignete Ort ist, um Pornos zu suchen. Ich will es nur nochmal sagen, ja. Ich weiß nicht wieso, aber wenn ich mal unter Suchbegriffe gucke, dabei bei mir in den Analytics, worunter einige Videos gefunden werden, weil ich irgendwie mal einen Granja-Part der Hentai Tentakel King genannt habe, weil ich dir eine Anspielung halt gemacht habe wegen Tentakeln und so, lustig und so. Trotzdem, Leute suchen auf YouTube nach Hentai. Warum? YouTube lässt das in seinen eigenen Regeln ja nicht mal zu, dass Hentai da hochgeladen wird. Warum so? Ich verstehe diese grenzenlose Dummheit nicht, warum Leute auf YouTube nach sowas suchen. Daran hat mich das gerade erinnert, dass der nach sowas scheinbar in einer Bücherei gesucht hat. We appreciate your cooperation, Detective Raymond. Anytime, guys. Dann haben wir das ja schon mal geklärt. Ne? Ein Buch haben wir schon mal. Wir müssen in die East Street, glaube ich, sowieso noch, ne? Hier kommen wir in die Back Alley, oder? Ich will erstmal in die... Nein, das andere ist es. Das ist der Entertainment District, genau. Und dann müssten wir zum Central Square durch die Back Alley zurück. Gut, dann gehen wir lieber nicht durch die Back Alley, weil ich habe Angst vor den Mafia-Typen, die da sind. Die verprügeln uns sonst. Wir gehen jetzt erstmal hier lang und gehen durch das SSS Hauptquartier. Ein Stockwerk nach oben. Durch den Hintereingang raus. Ich möchte gerade nochmal... Ich habe die Katze oben gerade noch gesehen. Kann man dazu der nochmal was sagen? Jetzt, wo wir alle dabei haben. Oh, there's a cat up here? You're too adorable. Seems like this has been his home for far longer than it has been ours. Actually, he's probably been here since the Crossbell Times stopped using this place as their main office.
Psst, psst. What's your name, little fella?
His name is Cobb. Is that a name you just came up with to you? It's really cute. No, I was not the one who originally named him. Anyway, I think it would be best if we stick with Cobb.
No complaints here. Let's try and bring the guide some food every now and then, huh?
Ja. Ach, wenn ich jetzt noch in Erinnerung hätte, was das heißt. Denn in Trails in the Sky gab es ein Buch, wo die Katzensprache übersetzt war. Da hätte man jetzt gucken können, was das heißt. So. Hier war das, die Bäckerei, genau. In der Bäckerei, die ist hier. Und wir haben, nicht Raisins, sondern Bellheim. War das überhaupt hier? Hier unten ist jedenfalls Bellheim. Hier haben wir auch noch jemanden, dem noch ein Buch, der noch ein Buch zurückgeben muss. Wenn ich mich recht entsinne.
I'm heading to the Times Department store to wholesale some goods. I found a new item to invest in, so I want to try creating and market for it. I've gotta do something to stand out amongst the other merchants in this business.
Okay, du bist es offenbar nicht, dann haben wir doch... Dann musst du das sein, huh? Lloyd and his friends have come to visit again. I haven't seen you in quite some time. How is everything? Is work going well? It's alright, I guess.
It's nothing more than a bunch of chores.
Oh, don't sweat it. Everybody starts off like that. While you're here, why don't I give you a few cooking tips? Given how many calories you must burn in a day, it's crucial that your diet has the proper vitamins and minerals you need. Toll, jetzt habe ich Rezepte bekommen. Das war aber nicht meine Intention. Detective Book. Chapter 1. Overdue Books. So. Bellheimer per Mr. Fay. Wo ist denn Mr. Fay? War doch jemand hier drin? Ach, die Kleine ist hier. It doesn't seem like Fay is in right now. Maybe I'll try asking Pansy. Hey there, Pansy. Is your dad busy working today? Aren't you the one of Vandy's friends? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I wanted to ask your dad a quick question if he's around, but it doesn't look like he is.
Oh, Dad, he's off on a business trip. He won't be back for another 2 months.
Sounds like we're out of luck then.
Yeah, I'm not about to start going through his stuff without permission.
Are you guys looking for something? Yes, we're here to retrieve a book your father borrowed from the library. Ich musste gerade meine Maus mal an die Seite packen, die war im Weg. Deswegen hat man den Mauszeiger kurz gesehen, tut mir leid. Do you recall any mentions of it? Is it the one I'm reading right now? Mind if I take a look at it? I can't check to see if it is. Sure. Pansy retrieved the book and held it out for Lloyd to see. It's got a stamp from the library, that's probably the one. Oh, phooey. Geez, Dad, I can't believe you leave on a forever long trip without returning your book. Sorry about that, mister. Do you mind taking the book in for me? Are you sure? Didn't you say you were in the middle of reading it?
I believe you can apply for an extension at the library's front desk. No, it's okay. I was kind of just looking through it. It's actually pretty boring. I mean, did you even read the title? Oh, let's see. Train Fanatic Rex. Toll. The name alone is enough to tell you that it's only for weirder train nuts. I bet Dad borrowed it to try and get me interested in becoming a railway engineer. But I'm not going to fall for his tricks that easily. No, sire. So yeah, feel free to return it for me. Sure thing. Thanks for helping us out. Gut. Können wir diese ganzen Bücher eigentlich lesen? Ha. Können wir. Prominent female figures. Preface the study of these great women. Erebonian Empire, Lian Sandlot. Ooh, the Valkyrie who led the Eisenritter in battle. Wie hieß sie nochmal? Die Eisenritter, die hieß doch... The Lance Maiden hieß sie doch, ne? The Lance Maiden. Calvert Republic, Sheena Dirk. Activism behind the Democratic Revolution. Liberal Kingdom, Alicia II. From 100 Days War to Non-Aggression Pact. Ja, die kennen wir aus Trails in the Sky schon. Die aus dem Erebonian Empire, da werden wir auch noch hinkommen in Trails of Cold Steel, was, soweit ich weiß, gleichzeitig mit diesen Spielen hier spielt. Ich hab's schon gespielt, deswegen weiß ich das schon. Ist jetzt auch kein großer Spoiler, dass es die Lance Maiden ist. Ich meine, sie wurde halt auch nur so erwähnt, wie nicht weiter erwähnt, als sie hier jetzt auch erwähnt wird. Also im Prinzip nur halt, dass dieser Nickname noch auftaucht. So. Preface. Figure, a term that applies to the shape of something. When describing a woman, this tends to refer to physical beauty and attractiveness. In this book, a different meaning is intended. Nochmal schön, so als ob das nochmal schön dem Raymond so unter die Nase gerieben wird. Ja, das heißt auch, dass da schöne Frauen mit gemeint sein können. Aber in diesem Buch heißt das was anderes. A person who is influential or distinctive in some way. The influence of the beautiful women who have proudly followed their convictions hide a charm that have captivated others in more ways than just mere appearance. We shall retrace the history of these figures as they have affected the continent and influenced many capable women. Train Fanatic Rex. Train lovers far and wide, I express to you my utmost gratitude for checking out this book. The long tracks that cross the continent were laid out 20 years ago as a convenient transportation system for large countries such as the Erebonian Empire and the Calvert Republic. Now the railway has become an immensely important technology that people cannot do without. As the rails slowly proliferate, so will the fans. We are they, the train fanatics. Train fanatic refers respectfully to people who either love the look of a vehicle whose years of use have gently eroded the polish of its exterior, to people who simply enjoy the act of riding in the comfort of a cabin, or to people who find rhythm in the carefully calculated and planned out service schedules characteristics of the public locomotive companies. This book will detail the safe and fun ways that fanaticism can be indulged in honor of the forefathers who've painstakingly developed it over many months and years. It is aimed at the beginner train-loving enthusiasts and designed to cultivate and motivate the newly awakened fanatics in exploring the fine beasts of steel and thunder in a way that is suited for each individual. I beg of you, dear reader, to not lose sight of your adoration and admiration. Please enjoy this book and at your leisure. May the radiance of railway be with you. Ja, super. Ich werde ganz bestimmt kein großer Train-Enthusiast. Ich gucke mir gerade mal die State Map an. Oh. Oh, guck mal, das ist jetzt sogar ziemlich groß. Naja, geht, ne? Wenn man das mit Liberal vergleicht, nicht ganz so groß. So.
St. Ursula Medical College ist im Süden. Das sind ja die Dinge, die wir hauptquestmäßig machen müssen. Morica Village geht's nach Osten. Nach Osten raus. So Richtung Westen ist das Belgrad Game und Richtung Norden ist das Mainz Mining Village. Und es gibt noch das Mishalm Resort. Das wäre, wenn wir über den See fahren. Das ist auf der anderen Seite des Sees, wie es scheint. Gut. Wir haben 2 der Bücher schon mal abgeholt. Wo war das letzte noch gleich? Das letzte war Acacia Street. In der Acacia Street. Da wollen wir dann doch mal in der East Street, meine ich jetzt, ne? Ihr wisst schon, wo ich jetzt gerade hin will. Über Central Square gehen wir zur East Street. So. Und hier ist das Acacia. Und wenn wir von da aus nach Norden gehen, müssten wir, glaube ich, zum Dings kommen, ne? Zum IBC. My fool of a brother refused to return from the downtown district. When I contacted the hospital, they said it's already about time for his release. This is my chance. I need to go and get him. Na gut, das war wahrscheinlich die falsche. Hallo, bist du? Ja, du bist es, gut. Excuse me, are you Miss Clarissa? Oh yes, how may I help you? We're here on behalf of the support request we received from the city's library. Are you borrowing any books from the library that you've yet to return? Oh, I am. I completely forgot about it. Oh dear, I'm afraid this book is long overdue by now, isn't it? It appears she had a lapse in her memory and forgot to return it. I suppose I'm becoming more forgetful with the age. I'm sure Noelle wouldn't let me hear the end of this if she found out. Anyway, please wait here for a moment while I get it for you. So alt sieht sie doch noch gar nicht aus. This should be the one. The Mark and the Witch Part 1. Okay. Oh, this book. What's up, Ellie? You read this before? Actually, yes. It's one of the most popular fairy tales at the library. Whenever my neighbor Serena goes to work, she always asks if I can watch after her little brother. So I thought that it might be a fun idea to read books together, which led me to this one. I'm glad he seemed to enjoy the story. Oh, really? I kind of want to read it now too. Well, thank you very much for your cooperation, Miss Clarissa. Oh, not at all. The pleasure was mine. Believe me, I'll make sure to return the books on time from now on. Gut, wir können da auch gleich mal reingucken, ne? Denn, Lloyd meinte, er interessiert ihn, ne? Bei Sean Arnhem, Part 1. Once upon a time in a certain farming village there lived a boy named Mark. Mark's father was an adventurer, and whenever he came home, he would tell grand stories of the places he visited. Mark respected his father and retold to other children in the village his father's stories as well. For a child living in a remote village, adventure stories were very charming and everyone took a liking to Mark's. On one such occasion, Mark began recounting, "Today, I want to tell you about the witch that my father met. To the north of Mark's village lies a great forest, where a witch is said to dwell. His father told him that he had met this witch deep within the forest. The listening children imagined what the witch looked like and what magic she would use. They then began asking Mark questions. Mark faithfully answered each in turn, but one boy suddenly declared, 'It's obvious that this story is another lie.' He was a boy named Ron, who liked to pick fights. He always looked for faults in Mark's stories. Mark got angry when the credibility of his stories was disputed. 'There's no way my father would lie about this.' 'If that's so, then show us the witch. Bring her here,' Ron grinned. Mark grabbed hold of Ron. The two began to scuffle, bringing upon them the attention of the adults. While the physical fight was settled, Mark's anger was not. That night, Mark mulled over his words and the reaction from that day, and he made up his mind. He would not stay quiet. He would show Ron. He would show that his beloved father was not a liar. He fetched the torn cloak his father had left behind, put a loaf of bread in a backpack and rushed out of the house. I'll find the witch bring it here. I'll stun him into silence. Relying only on the adventurous spirit he inherited from his father, Mark ran toward the forest in the dead of the night. The night was eerie. Every tree rustled as the wind blew. Far in the distance, the sound of howling monsters could be heard at times. Mark trembled as he continued. As his father's story went, the witch would have a small hut somewhere deep in the forest. No matter how much Mark explored, he saw no signs of any huts. He started the journey bursting with energy, but his pace slowed as he became more tired. Eventually, he found himself lost. I wonder if the witch even really exists. Mark's thoughts trailed off as he became more tired and lost. Is something wrong? Startled, Mark turned the face to the sudden voice. There had been nothing there moments ago, but now there stood a black-robed girl. She appeared to be the same age as Mark. Yet Mark didn't know any kids from his village that looked like her. Who are you? Mark stammered. He thought it was very strange for a girl to be out here this late at night. I'm Anna. I'm the witch who lives in this forest. So, weiter können wir das nicht lesen, weil das war Teil 1. Müssen wir Teil 2 erst noch finden. Jedenfalls haben wir das jetzt gemacht. Wo waren denn die, ich gucke gerade mal. Wir haben eins, da müssen wir es auf jeden Fall melden im, hier bei IBC. Und wir haben noch das mit dem Ingredients, da müssen wir, genau, zu der Bäckerei. Wo auch immer die nochmal war. Die war im East District, glaube ich, ne? Oder war die auch hier? Ne, die war bei, ich weiß es gerade nicht. Ich gehe erstmal zum IBC. Die wollten ja was, ne? Bücher haben wir ja jetzt alle. Zack. Hallo, irgendjemand wollte hier unsere Hilfe. Receptionist Lan Favor here. Hello and welcome to the International Bank of Crossbell. Oh, now this is a surprise. It's been quite some time, hasn't it, Miss McDowell? Huh? Are you acquainted, Ellie? Hello, Lanfei. Indeed, it has been a while. This is our first encounter ever since you've returned from your studies abroad. Oh, yes, that reminds me, would you like me to inform Miss Craw of your arrival? She's currently overseeing Michelam's operations. Das ist, war das nicht dieses Resort, was wir auf der Karte gesehen haben? But I'm sure she'd rush back if I notify her of your arrival. I'm glad to see that Belle's still keeping herself busy. That's okay, though I'm here to discuss anything important with her today. I'm not here, okay? I'll visit her another day when I have the chance. Is that so? I'll send her your regards then. Didn't know you had connections with the IBC, Ellie. Yeah, you seem pretty close to each other too. She continues to uphold her image of a noble lady. I can hear you, you know. Aren't we here to get work done, Lloyd? Oh, yeah, you're right we are. Whoops, totally forgot about that. Please allow me to introduce ourselves. We're members of the CPD Special Support Section. I believe we received a request from the IBC for help. Oh, is that what this is all about? My apologies. I'll explain the details to you immediately. Great, thank you. You may have read about it in the finances section already. Nein, da war ich nicht. The IBC will soon be offering a new service to exchange Sepith. Essentially, our service will allow patrons to exchange Sepith at a higher rate than the average market value. So you're offering to cough up more dough than your everyday shop.
I gotta hand it to ya, that's pretty nifty.
The service's purpose is to amass a large reservoir of sapith due to the scarcity of natural septium. Ja, ich denke mal aber, dass ich Sapith selber gebrauchen werde erstmal, ne? The IBC is unparalleled when it comes to designing simple yet effective services. You flatter us. However, the counteract theft and sapith counterfeiting, we've limited the service to IBC members for the time being. We're trying to expand the service to be able to store sapith in our terminals. We'd like for you to participate in the beta testing of the service, hence the request. Also im Prinzip müssen wir nicht mal was machen. Sounds good, what exactly do we need to do? Great, first things first, please take this card with you. IBC Primary Card, also haben wir jetzt quasi eine Bankkarte. I'll guide you through it, so please follow my instructions. Just so you know, you'll need to exchange a specific amount of sapith. 30 of each type of sapith should be sufficient. 30 of each type, got it.
Sounds cool, let's give it a spin.
Oh, by the way, there's no requirement to deposit them all at the same time. We can deposit small portions of it while we take a break from other requests. Gut. Machen wir das. Speak with an unfair exchange, perform an exchange. Gut, das müssen wir dann machen. Exchange, haben wir von irgendwas 30? Guck mal, davon können wir schon mal 30. Müssen wir, ne? Da kriegen wir dann 630 Mirror für. Und von den Feuer können wir auch schon mal 30 machen. Und wir können schon mal 30 Wind machen. Und wir können 30 Space machen. Und wir können 30 Mirage machen. Mache ich hier gerade auch das Richtige? Ich möchte speichern, bevor ich das mache. Ask about request, genau. Genau. 30 of each, okay. Das heißt, wir müssen das exchangen, ne? Ich werde an dieser Stelle aber erstmal speichern und dann mache ich das. Zumindest mit denen, die ich bis jetzt habe. Uns fehlt nur noch Wasser und Zeit dafür, okay.
Yep, it's been doing a good job.
Thanks again. You've been a great help, Chief. This kind of algorithm is especially challenging. That's... Yeah. I see, I see. I can always trust the Chief's opinion. I have not seen you in some time, Chief.
I recognize that voice. Oh, well, if it isn't Tio. How are you doing these days?
Chief, is this man your boss? That is correct. He is my direct boss and the chief of the Orbital Staff Development Division. He specializes in orbit networks and behaves as the head of the Epstein Foundation's Crossbell branch. I suppose you could call him my supervisor.
Everything appears to be running smoothly at the new division of the CBD. I'm quite relieved to see you doing well. But why don't you ever come by to deliver reports to you? I'm really worried about you.
Is that official explanation behind your gracious delivery of an orbital staff to the weapons shop for me? You know, now that I think about it, Wendy mentioned that somebody from the Foundation drops by pretty frequently.
Well, you see, there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for that. Ah, crap, this is bad. She was definitely mad at me now. But how can you expect me to leave a child to her own devices in a city like this?
Your behavior is suspicious, Chief.
What? What could you possibly mean?
Please refrain from secretly leaving new equipment for me at the different locations. I am not trying to participate in a scavenger hunt.
Okay to you, I understand. And I'm terribly sorry, okay? Please don't be upset with me.
It's precisely your behavior at times like this that upsets me, Chief.
You're right. I get it now.
Aren't you being too harsh, Tio? I am unable to help it. I am irritated beyond comprehension. Er macht sich doch nur Sorgen und will nicht, dass du komplett auf dich allein gestellt bist. So. Dann waren wir im IBC. Wasser und Zeit müssen wir noch besorgen. Das können wir aber nur, indem wir Monster besiegen, ne? Crossbell News Service. Wir müssen noch zu der Bäckerei. Und wir müssen nochmal zum Minutes, da wo ich gerade war, genau. Da müssen wir nochmal hin. Und die Bücher abgeben. Hallo, ich habe die Bücher.
Oh, you're back. Were you able to collect all of the overdue books already?
Sure did. Here you are. Bitteschön.
Great, looks like you managed to collect all 3 of them in one piece. Thanks again. I am glad I have a group of reliable folks like you to count on.
I'm honored to hear that from you. I believe this completes your request.
Sure does to you. Thank you so much. You'll probably hear from me again in the future.
Sounds good. We'll be waiting for you. Overdue Book Retrieval complete. Okay. Dann haben wir das schon mal fertig. Und wir müssen noch in die Bäckerei. Es wird sowieso so sein, dass wir für die Bäckerei und den Entertainment District, hier will ich eigentlich gar nicht hin. Gehen wir doch mal durch die Back Alley. Also, es wird wahrscheinlich so sein, dass wir für das andere Request, was wir noch machen müssen, ebenfalls sowieso Monster besiegen müssen. Weil der möchte irgendwelche Dings haben. Ne? Dings. Total ausschlaggebend. Jeder weiß, was Dings ist. Da müssen wir rein. So, der möchte irgendwelche Zutaten haben und die müssen wir wahrscheinlich von Monstern besorgen.
Yo, Lloyd, how's it hanging?
You in the mood for some bread? Don't just you in the mood for some bread me. You already know why we're here. You sent a request to the special support section, right?
Huh? Did I?
Please notify any other Oscars on the premises of our revival. Come on, Oscar. We aren't here to mess around. Hat sie Revival gesagt? Arrival, okay. Das macht nämlich gerade keinen Sinn mit Revival.
Oh yeah. I remember now. I wanted to see if you guys could help me gather some ingredients for a new kind of bread.
Our usual supplier has been running late, so we're kinda low on stock.
Gotcha.
Well, you can't bake without any ingredients.
Truer words have never been spoken, so will you guys give me a hand?
If that's all there is to it, you can leave it to us, Oscar. So what kind of ingredients are you looking for?
Well, I've got plenty of butter and flour, but if you could find me 4 fish fillets and 3 monster eggs, that'd be great.
Okay, warum auch immer man Fisch für Brote braucht.
That's it. We could totally find those on the outskirts of the city.
That's convenient. We'll try gathering them as we deal with our other support requests. Gut. Ich würde sagen, an dieser Stelle beende ich dann das Spiel. Wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal wieder. Und dann gehen wir schon mal in Richtung des Dorfes, wo wir hin sollten. Harmonia? Steht das nicht? Das steht doch hier in... Nein, das steht doch hier bei der Karte. Ich gucke gerade nochmal auf die Karte. Nur um zu wissen, Armorica, genau. Nach Armorica gehen wir dann. Richtung Osten. Bis dann, Leute. Ciao.